And here we are once again. We've got the second round of the Super League Cup. I think we skipped the first round. We're against Strasbourg. This should be a relatively easy win for us at home, but you know how it goes. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. The injury bug has bitten us once again. Ernst Lehner is out for about 2 weeks. Well, we have about a week and a half off until the next match, and so we'll probably be able to get by without him. Gumni takes this down and passes back to Kone. Kone, one of the newest signings on the squad. We got him on a free transfer. He was a free agent. And as you can tell, we've gotten quite a few free agents here. We're just looking for players in the back who are a little bit faster. Oviedo to Kone. Kone to Campbell, who's getting his first start. And that was a pretty poor touch. Interestingly enough, the social media in-game was aglow with praise for Campbell, even though he didn't really have that great of a rating. I think he had a 6.6, according to the game engine, in his few minutes on, but he was constantly a part of the attack. And Klein, by the way, is the new guy in goal. We're giving Klein a try. He's 21. I couldn't register him for the league itself, but I think he's actually better than Giekewitz. We're going to see. There's a lot of debate over which attributes matter for goalkeepers, but Giekewitz has kind of made me upset recently, and that's the reason why we have Klein in there. Klein a little bit better in terms of reflexes, and I think his decisions are also better. Campbell now with it. Yeah, we're still looking for the goalkeeper. Hoti over to Uzturk. Oviedo, and this is deflected, and not going to be out for a corner. Here's Oviedo again, looking for Campbell. He can't get to it. It's Okafor in the back. Oviedo, very good decision, but he was offside anyway. He couldn't fool anybody with that. Hoti, Uzturk. Okafor just couldn't quite get that in time. Not the best of passes there by Uzturk. So not much happening here in the beginning phases of this match. I mean, Strasbourg has had a couple of chances, but they haven't really been serious chances on goal. Gumni goes back and wins this over to Klein. He blasts this one forward looking for Uzturk, and he doesn't win it, but there's Nathan. We like how he looks. Campbell. Nathan's another one we got in a free. Okafor over to Oviedo, who must be offside, and he is. Klein grabs that. Of course, he's on the outside of the goal. Hoti couldn't quite win that final header, but we did have a couple in a row. And this is deflected away for a corner. Would have been nice to see Adamarola run back and grab that. He must be tired, by the way, and it's because one of the guys that we have there on whatever side it is he plays on has been injured for some time, and that's what's been killing us. It's just the injuries. In fact, Augsburg actually has quite a few good players on the squad when you start the game, but they start injured. Okafor. Forward for Oviedo is way offside. He shoots and scores, but there's no way they're going to let that one stand.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
Well, it looks like they do, and so we have a 1-0 lead. I mean, how is he not offside? Oviedo with the very, very gentle push with the side of the foot to knock it in. But how is that not offside? That one really surprises me. And so it's 1-0 here for Augsburg. We strike first blood. Klein grabs that one. Good job. How do you say that guy's name? Wilbert? Gumni wins this in the back. And Campbell. Excellent. This kid looks so good. Uzturk. Nathan. Looking for Okafor, and he just doesn't quite time that right. That should have been 2-0 Augsburg. Man, I tell you, Campbell, and he's young too. I think he's only 18. That's the football manager geek in me starts to get really excited when you see a kid play like that, and he's only 18. You're thinking about all the possibilities. Manga does a good job to win that back, and this has popped up and out for a corner again for them. There's still only 1-0 for Augsburg. We better be careful before we count our chickens here. Gumni heads this one up and out. Good enough. Get back. Not exactly what we wanted. They win another corner. And so we're still having a hard time getting momentum in this match. In fact, it's been all Strasbourg, and that's not a good thing when we're at home. You have to have a little bit more momentum than this, but there's RØDE winning it. Now, I'll tell you something, though. Possession doesn't matter so much to me. It's goals that I want. Oviedo to Campbell, and that's the end of that highlight. And the heavens have opened. Kone with the miracle save. Uzturk. Back to Campbell. Over to Hoti. Down to Nathan. Nathan dilly-dallied a little bit too much with that, but Admirola wins it. Take another look at this. This was a miracle save here on our part. And Klein was just out of position, but it worked. And Campbell, unfortunately, just a little bit too slow to get onto that one, and we win. No. I thought it was going to be out for touch. Nope. Blasted forward. We're going to win this in the back. No, we do not, surprising enough. And that should have been a goal. Sanson was unfortunate that Klein got there right in time. That really should have been a goal for Strasbourg. That had all the makings of a goal. Take another look at it here, and I was expecting us to win this in the back. Usually we're able to win 50-50 balls like that, but not this time around. Oviedo again with another dangerous tackle. That's what these guys do. They get stuck in. They get really stuck in. And they don't take any crap from anybody. And it's good because it forces the other team into making poor decisions. Campbell now with this fires it forward. That was a great pass. Manga with it in the back. Campbell has just been amazing. Gumni over to Nathan. Nathan, who's also played very, very well. Bumps this forward for Gumni, and he heads it on. I think he's offside. Yes, he is. Well, we keep looking like we're a day late and a dollar short there on defense. I mean, we seem to be like a step or two behind them, and it's kind of a worrisome thing. Hoti wins this and knocks this over towards midfield, which is a little bit better. I mean, it could be worse, and that'll bring up halftime. So 1-0 for Augsburg so far. I'm a little bit concerned about the way some of these players are playing. Kone not having the best of times in his debut. In fact, it might be time right now to go ahead and take him off and give him a little bit of a rest here. We'll put Amundsen Dai back on, who's probably the player that we should have started. He's looking anxious. Well, he can get over it. And we'll stay with that. You can see without Broya, we don't exactly have like really inspiring goal-scoring type players on the team. That's one of the problems that we have. We're still trying to figure out a way to get that type of player, and we could use some more real offensive-minded players. Ernst Lehner, by the way, as I mentioned this at the start, is out for 2 weeks, which is part of the problem that we have. This is headed backwards. Good job by Okafor, and it's out for a throw. They just let it out, so that's fine. We'll take that. Guibert over to Jiku. And Nathan out of Ramola, and unfortunately we're unable to complete the third pass. That's what we needed there. Oviedo with a real hard tackle, kind of showing people that he's around. I kind of wonder what you do to practice that. I think he probably spends most of his time in training sliding from one pit of grass to another. Well, Thebo was offside, and he was offside the whole way. Hoti now to Nathan. We're not quite comfortable yet, and it's up to Adamaromola. Okafor back to Adamarola, back to Okafor. And that'll be a corner. So we'll try this again. Hoti wins that nicely in the back and then loses it right away. Percic knocked it out. Gumni now to Oviedo, back to Gumni. And that was a step too far, but Adamaromola knocks it back in. Doesn't really lead to much, unfortunately, but Mutsendi's there to keep it in an attacking position. Here's Campbell over to Manga. Back to Campbell. He seemed to be everywhere. Uzturk. Hoti. And this is going to be a problem, I think. Manga, good timing, good position, and then Klein punches that out. Not sure about that decision. Strasbourg holds on to it. He hasn't given up a goal yet, but you have a feeling that something's coming. Adamaromola knocks this one back and not quite far enough. And that is out for a corner, just barely. So a little bit of sloppy play here, I would say, on the part of both teams. And there you go. That was close. And Uzturk, again, has his back turned to the play. Hoti comes down with it, and Uzturk probably needs to come off here in a couple minutes. He doesn't look like he knows where he is. That was really, really close. There it is. Mathiba with the goal, and I'm not sure what happened there in defense, but they let him in. You can see him, he just sort of runs straight open. Nobody even tries to get in his way. This has been a problem that we've seen for a little while, and I think it is time to make some changes here. This makes me really frustrated. Yeah, Mutsendai probably is going to be the one who takes the blame for that. Do we therefore put him back out? No, we're going to put Blondel back out on that side. Okafor has been sucking up air, so it's going to be Han coming on. And just as I thought, Uzturk looks bad, and Buku goes back on, and let's see what we can do. Now, again, as we discovered the other day, I can't shout if I have substitutions planned for whatever stupid reason. Campbell, Uzturk, down to Gumni. I'll send it back to Mongo. Nathan. Yeah, he just loses it. Looks pretty bad that time around. Take another look at this. This is just the old give and go. And Mathiba just ran straight down the middle. That's all he's been doing the whole time. He's just running straight down the middle. And we're looking like we have no idea what to do about it. It looks pretty bad. There you go. Nathan now to Han. Oviedo. Down to Hoti. And he takes a shot, and that forces it. It's almost punched out right back to him. Oviedo now. Ends up with Hoti in the back. Back to Blondo, over to Nathan. And Nathan with that run, and he just doesn't get the foul call. Han wins it over to Adama Ramoa, back to Han. He tries to do the same thing. That ends up being a corner. And Nathan with a beautiful, beautiful run, just cutting the defense apart like it's a knife through butter. Campbell must be offside, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad. So they get their second goal as Klein, he had his fingers on it, but he ended up sort of pushing that one back in. Kind of a real fluke goal here. I mean, you have no business giving up a goal to header from back there. So we need to keep looking for better goalkeeping. That was pretty bad. This is one of those where we give a little scolding to the goalkeeper and say it was your mistake that cost us the whole match. Not 100% true, but that was pretty bad. Oviedo looking for Mbuku and can't quite find him. And but we just haven't had any momentum here at all in this match. It's like we don't want to even be here. And Blondo, he's only been on for about 20 minutes, and he manages to get a yellow card. Oviedo, perfect for our team. There's Manga back to Adaramoa. Nathan. Be with Hoti. Mutsundai over to Han. There you go. Good cross, but there was nobody there on the other end of it. That's the only problem. Manga to Hoti. And he almost wins it back, but just not quite. And they have the upper hand once again. So without Broya, without Lehner, without some of our big stars, we play well. We can kind of hold up there with them, but we're not looking so good overall. And yeah, we will put Elvis back on. We might need the experience or whatever it is he supposedly brings to us. Nathan over to Campbell, who I think is offside. No, that'll be a corner. He was on. So we have another chance. Remember, there's about 20 minutes left of this match. I mean, we could score. We just haven't shown really the ability to score at the end of the match. We tend to score at the beginning and then start giving up goals. Good job by Oviedo. Now to Nathan. Adaramoa. Back to Mutsundai, and that's a really poor pass, but Manga's back there. Elvis, now to Nathan, over to Mbuku, and over to Oviedo to Campbell. Oviedo was offside. Adaramoa again here, left side, and he just gives it up straight away. Mutsundai, however, wins it back over to Mbuku to Oviedo. This has a little bit of promise. And they call him offside again, and that's another one of those that I really have to question because there's another man behind him. Yeah, that looked pretty bad. Han looked okay for a little while, and then he just gave up possession right away. And you can see us running around, back and forth, back and forth. You ever watch a youth soccer game? I'm talking like 5, 6-year-olds. That's what this looks like. Just running around, and not even touching the ball. Nathan, there you go. Nathan, over to Han, and that ends up turning into a corner. See, we haven't had any momentum at all in this match. It's amazing that we're only down 2-1, and this is a match I thought we were going to win pretty easily, so that shows what I know. definitely need to make another substitute here. I'm not sure if we have any more, though. I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't. And the person I'm worried about is right here, Adam Romola, who has a 6.1. Campbell also has a really, really poor rating, so we can't do much about it. So there's still growing pains here for this team. Again, one of the nice things that we have is that most of the team is young, which means that we can only get better, at least in theory. But there's a lot of growing pains going on as we're trying to figure out exactly what mix works the best. It's one of those situations where we have, I think, a first team that's really, really good, and then everything below that is kind of questionable. We do have the speed, though, which is what we like. That was probably not a great decision by Klein, but at least it got the ball away. I think that he was more worried about getting the ball away than actually attacking. There's Nathan over to Mbuku, to Oviedo, and they're going to say he was off. Oh, no, Mbuku was offside. That one, I believe. Elvis was looking to just sort of poke that one in, and it just didn't happen. Bondo. And just not timed quite right. Man, Campbell is so good. Blondel, though, is not exactly your wonderkid center back. Blondel, I mean, he's playing in an uncomfortable position anyway, but not a great player. Elvis knocks this one forward. That was kind of a prayer to Ahmad Zendaya. That's not going to happen. We're going to be knocked out of this competition as soon as we entered it. There's no question about this. Out of Ramola now, and I mean, it's all over to the shouting. Manga to somebody back there had the shot, and it doesn't really matter. This is knocked forward. It still doesn't go in. And so that was pretty bad. We had almost nothing in terms of XG, and we had a 1-0 lead for most of the match. They completely dominated us in terms of everything that counts, and Strasbourg come away with the victory. We did have 45% of the possession, which mostly consisted of us lumping the ball down the field. So we're still trying to figure it out, but that's the way that it works. We're out of this competition, but that's fine. That gives us some time to rest, right? Got to be positive. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.